and churn this butter. And I said, okay. Well, as long as it was milk, it was easy. I was just playing with it, you know, like that. And then when it started to get harder, and then she'd say, okay, honey, let me take over. And she'd take over, and then after a little while, she'd start making the butter, squares of butter. And she'd give me one to take home to Mama. She'd give me a square.
A block? A block?
Yeah.
Of butter?
Yeah. And
was it yellow, Mom?
Monday?
Was it yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow. It would turn yellow, or she had coloring?
It would turn yellow. She put something in it.
Powder.
I don't know what it was.
Because the butter, actually, when they churn it, it's really white, isn't it?
I don't know, Rico. I wasn't but about 6, 7 years old.
In Missouri? We can't do that now.
And one time when Julie and I were coming from Miss Buttermiller's house, we heard the whistle of the train coming around that bend. Do you have that picture where that bluff was way up high?
I have the picture of the barge on the Mississippi River.
Yeah,
not the bluff, not the bluff. I don't know what happened to that.
The bluff, I don't know what happened to that picture, but it was burned on the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it was in the fire.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that.
Anyway, that bluff, the train would come way around the bluff, you know, and it would blow the horn. And Julie and I had just gotten on the bridge, and we couldn't turn around and go back to Miss Buttermiller because we had to cross over the tracks. Julie said, let's stay here, Alice. Come on, get in that corner. It was like a V. Like a V like that. And she pushed me in that corner, and she said, stay there. And I must have been about 6, 7 years old, but I remember. And she pushed me in there, and she got a hold of the blade of that thing that was like that. She got a hold of this blade and held on to that. And she was over me like that, you know, holding on, had her back to the train. And the train was going by. And we were afraid that the air would suck us under the train.
Yes.
And we were that close. We were right there on the tracks.
Hold this.
And so we waited until the train went by.
Yeah.
And then she said, let's go. But Alice, don't tell Mama. Don't tell Mama we got caught on the bridge. But then she won't let us come to Miss Buttermiller's anymore. So we didn't tell Mama. Whatever Julie would tell me, that's what I would do. I'd always listen to her.
You all could have gotten killed. You all could have gotten killed.
Yeah.
You could have died.
Yeah.
You could have died.
We could have gotten killed on the... Yeah.
This was in Missouri.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have that no more.
But there's another jar up there, isn't it?
Yeah. Mom, you can't drink milk and do that no more. It's all poison now.
What?
Milk and all that is poison now.
Yeah.
They're poisoning all the food.
Sad. And on Sundays we'd go way up down that bluff, way up there. And we would look down the river, down to the river, and then on Sunday the speedboats would go by. They'd go way down there and then make a turn. And
they had speedboats?
Speedboats.
Where did they come from?
They were small. They were small, just one man in it.
What were they doing? They're riding around or going fishing?
What, honey?
Were they going fishing?
No, the speedboats, they were racing.
Oh, racing.
It was a race.
What year was that?
Back in the... Well, I was born in 1919. I was born in 1919, and I was already about 6, 7 years old. And we would watch them. We'd walk up there with Lillian and Helene and Mary and Wilma, Julie and I. We'd all walk up there to the bluff. And from way up there, we could look down to the river and watch those race boats.
So that was around 1920, huh?
Yeah. And then we would come down and we'd go into the cornfield that was a little bit further down from where Mom and Daddy lived, back of their house. And it was a cornfield that Fritz Hazy. They were Lillian and Helene's uncle, because her dad was August Hazy. And we go into the field, and he knew that the girls were in the field because, you know, they'd go through there looking for watermelon, and the branches of the cornfield would go back and forth. And he lived up on the hill, up that way, and he would holler, "Kids, get out of my cornfield! Don't steal my watermelons!" And they'd run with a watermelon. We'd go down the river, and they'd get a rock and hit it. Hit chunks. And we would all eat. It's funny, we had watermelon in our garden. Lelia Helene had watermelon in their garden. So Mary Brown and Wilma had watermelon in their garden. But we'd go over to Fritz and get his. We'd like to steal, I guess. I don't know. We would steal his watermelon and go down the river and eat.
Stolen melons are always the sweetest. It's Proverbs. Proverb in the Bible. Stolen.
I'm telling you.
Oh.